Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Ultimate Comics Spider-Man issue 19, and this is the start of a new story arc, which is Venom War. So we're getting back with Venom. I'm excited for that actually. So new story arc, and it's avoiding the Ultimate story arcs. We have Reservation X with Ultimate X-Men, and Ultimates are still up to, I think, the other story arc that the whole Ultimate Universe was with. Together We Stand, I think it is, or something like that. Some patriotic thing like that. But now they're into a new story arc, and this is a Spider-Man story arc, and has nothing to do with the other Ultimate titles. So I'm excited for that, and let's see if I liked it. But before I talk about Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, just want to give you guys a little update that on Dark Avenger Inc. I have a review that I usually do on Comic Uno, which is New Avengers, which is the one Marvel Now title I did get that's new. So, New Avengers, new title. Yeah, so go check that out. In the description below, there'll be a link for Dark Avenger Inc. so you could go check out that review. But let's talk about Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Let's see if I like this issue. The cover is a little misleading because we do get to see the Venom, but it's not the whole issue. But I did not expect that. But I don't think they should have showed the Venom in this issue. Maybe like just smiles or something. But I do love this cover though. I love the art for this. It got me excited even though the Venom's not totally in this issue, but a cliffhanger in this issue. I like the cover even though it was a little misleading, but the art was really good. Let's talk about this issue, this story. So we get to see a little bit of Miles' personal life. We get to see someone's looking at Miles, you know. We hear that's going to be his new girlfriend. That's been the rumors at least. So, you know, Miles having a girlfriend, that could be interesting. His own little Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy. So I think that could be interesting. And maybe learning more about her character. But we get to see, you know, him in class, you know, just talking to, Gonki, I think his name is. Yeah, Gonki. And we get to see Gonki's trying to make him his own spider webbing. So he's going to try doing that while Miles fights crime, you know. So I think that's kind of cool that he is his sidekick. And even though Gonki's not really smart, but I like that he's trying his hardest. And I like their dynamic a lot. So we also get to see a little appearance of Venom over there. So who knows what's going to happen with that. We also get to see J. Jonah Jameson. We get to see, I like this character so much from the Ultimate Universe. We get to see, because J. Jonah Jameson in Ultimate Comics, the second volume, we get to see he does find out who Peter Parker is, and he was close after that. And that's the difference what we get to see in Amazing Spider-Man. He's not that close to Spider-Man. He respects Spider-Man, and we get to see a glimpse of that, but he likes hiding that. But with Ultimate Comics, he doesn't hide that. You know, he respects Spider-Man a lot, and that's why when Betty Brant says, "Oh, well, I'll have a story of who, you know, the real Spider-Man is," he's like, "No, I don't want that." So we get to see she died, and that was a cliffhanger, I think, from last issue or a couple issues ago, that she died from the Venom. So Maria Hill's trying to figure out, oh, why did she die? So she's asking J. Jonah Jameson. But J. Jonah Jameson says, you know what, I'm not guilty of anything. I know that she was like one of the last people she saw was me, and she was trying to sell me the story, but I did not want to disrespect Peter, and I think Peter was a hero because they didn't know his identity. So I didn't want to do that to the new Spider-Man, and that's why I didn't accept the story. And so I think that whole entire scene wasn't just for Betty Brant. I think it was more to show that how much J. Jonah Jameson cared for Spider-Man. And we get to see, yes, we get to see that Daily Bugle type of guy. He's like, he wants to sell papers, but he also has morals. And I think that's what's different with J. Jonah Jameson from the Ultimate Universe, is that he shows his morals more. I think J. Jonah Jameson definitely has morals in the Amazing, you know, in the regular universe. But I think he shows his morals more and how much he does care for Spider-Man, because he did die. So I do like that. I really do. And I think that's why I respect J. Jonah Jameson and that scene a lot. I really enjoyed it. We also get to see a little bit of, you know, Miles' father having aftermath of him killing a Hydra agents and trying to get away from his 10 minutes of fame, because everyone's asking, oh, well, do we want to interview with you? Why did you do this? But he wants to stay away from the spotlight. He doesn't want anything to do with this. So he goes to try to talk to them, and when he tries to talk to them, Venom is right outside his building. So who is Venom? I actually don't know who Venom is right now. So I think that could be interesting to see who's actually the host of Venom, and see where the whole Venom story goes. So very interested to see how Miles situates with Venom and see how he deals with it. And I think this is a very great start for the story arc. I think there's a lot of great interesting things. You know, Miles having a potential girlfriend. J. Jonah Jameson scene probably had to be my favorite of the whole entire issue. I really enjoyed that. We get to see how different the Ultimate Universe J. Jonah Jameson is and the regular universe J. Jonah Jameson is. So I really like this issue. Do I think this was a great issue? Probably not, but I think it was a very solid issue and a great beginning. And I think it's going to be an interesting story. Something I like about Miles is that it's a new journey. We're really following with Miles what's going to happen next. I mean, with like every other character, we kind of know what's going to happen next. We know these characters well enough. But I think we're growing with Miles because Miles is still growing to be a superhero. And I really like to see how we're following this new character's journey. And he's so fresh, you know. And I think that's what I've been really liking about this series. I'm really surprised. I really don't hear that many people talk about Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. But I think it's one of those underrated series that you should be reading. I think Miles is interesting. And even though he did replace Peter, I think people are still upset about that. I think he's a really interesting character, and I think he deserves Peter's spot. And I think he definitely holds his own in this series. So this issue is very solid. I give it 4 stars, and definitely pick it up. I think it's a great beginning for this Venom story, and I want to see what Miles does with Venom. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Tell me your thoughts about this issue in the comments below. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno in the Rant Situations, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.